I feel in a way that this project englobes all my recent influence. It's, let's say, in terms of inspiration, I knew when I heard about the story that this is the story where everything that I've been learning the last couple of years can be put into in one big project. I've been studying contemporary music for the last maybe 15 years, and I'm always keeping an eye on what's going on. And yet in the last 5 years, I've been more and more passionate about Arabic or Middle Eastern classical music, which is a way for me also to look for my identity.
As a conductor, it's really great to be able to participate also in the whole preparatory phase. Very often we receive a finished score, and of course, then we have our dialogue with the composer, which is always something that's very important when creating a new work. But it's really fantastic to be here in Luxembourg with the musicians who are going to be the musicians of this project, and to really see how the final score is going to be built up in all its details, and experience and be part of all of the choices that are made to get to that point. What is fascinating for me in the Sleeping Thousand project is how rich it is in its musical influences. And I think that when I talk about Adam Maor's music, of course I know it has different influences, and especially this important part of Middle Eastern heritage that is always more looking how to access. However, in this piece it all seems to come together and to be a real dialogue in different musical traditions. And I think this really informs every choice in the Sleeping Thousand project. And it's something that I'm really fascinated to see develop, and I think it's going to go even further in the next year.
Well, if I compare to 2 years ago, it's not only we didn't have an ending, we didn't know, we had the story, but we didn't know how to tell it. And 2 years later, we did a lot of enoa workshops, and we found a form for the piece that includes the ending, but I can now face a libretto, I have my characters, I can start building them up. So it's much more concrete, of course. I'm used to writing a score for month and month, and then not hearing a sound until the first rehearsal, which is usually 5 days before the concert. So it's incredibly useful to come and hear what I'm working on. But more than that, it's a meeting with wonderful musicians who can tell me about their instruments. I can, of course, read the books and read the scores, but there's nothing like meeting the person who's going to interpret your score. And we've been working a lot on instrumental textures and small short sentences to discover with the musicians, maybe to develop with the musicians. It's been great.